Happy New Year, everyone. I hope your 2024 started off well and continues to go great for everyone. So we have a new Fordson in the shop for servicing, and this one, as you can tell right away, is an industrial version with the hard rubber tires. So as we do a quick walk around on this, you can see that it does have the later style coil box. However, the motor appears to be an earlier one based on the oil fill cap, and there's no set screw for holding the flip-up style oil fill cap. So that's an issue that we'll find out later on to see if we can date this tractor appropriately. But as we go around here, we see the rear wheels were made by the Whitehead Kales company of Detroit, Michigan. And on these wheels, there is the patent date down here where it says they were patented in 1925. So we have those as a complete set with duals on the back and the singles up front. And from the little research that I've done, this outer rear dual wheel weighs 850 pounds alone. So that's an extra 850 added to each side of the rear end. So as we continue the walk around, the other thing that you notice is this also has the Whitehead Kales parking brake. So we'll get a little close up of these large brake bands and the mechanical leverage system that operates them. You can see how this is affixed adjacent to the clutch pedal, down here onto the transmission casting, and then a solid steel belt pulley assembly with the selector to put it in and out of gear. Now here's some of the fabrications that have occurred over time. You can see that the old Holley vaporizer manifold has been inverted. It's been repaired. It has a Ford 8N or 9N style modern carburetor attached to it. And they also added about 3 feet of black iron pipe to their custom exhaust. So those are things that we will change out in due time. Some of the missing parts is obviously the timer control rod and the throttle control rods. And just to show you the fabrication that occurred, they used the grease fitting as a spot to attach this quadrant, and the throttle lever that was manufactured in somebody's basement or garage, and they made their own little linkages to work the carburetor. So does it work? Yes, it works, but it's definitely not going to be what stays on there. So the air wash assembly is of the later type. You'll notice it does not have the ears on it to hold the gasoline starting tank. And there is the breather cap on the dash assembly. So these are all things that lead me to believe that this motor is an early motor that was put on a newer tractor that needed some service. One of the things that I did notice here for your experts out there, you can see this casting down here drilled twice. I know the one is for the throttle control rod, the secondary one. The one that is cut off, they had used that still to ground out the magneto system. So it does have that, here we get it to focus, it does have the little contact on the dash for grounding out the magneto. So later dash, but the thing of it is, the way this casting is right here, some of my other dashboards do not have that standout that's cast into an oval shape. It's either a flat on the rear with a straight hole, or there's another bump out in the casting similar to the second one there. So perhaps a mid-year change. The other thing on this fuel tank is I noticed there is a drain plug up here towards the front of the fuel tank. So that is unusual, something I have not seen before based on the other ones. And you can also see that the fuel shutoff that they have for the gasoline for starting only internal tank is more towards the center of the tractor, or the center of the tank. Now this one, it does say gasoline for starting only, not petrol, so it's not the English version. And it does have the Detroit tag on the end of the tank. And we did find that there was obviously a fuel leak or a hole in this tank from the previous owner when they tried to either get it running or in their workings of it. Obviously a leak that came out, ran down the side of the motor for an extended period of time. So that is something we're going to have to take a look at. The fan assembly, and you can see it does have a newer magneto contact point. So little bumps and bruises and cracks here, there, and yonder on this, but nothing that is unsalvageable. So just wanted to give you a quick video on something we'll be working on in the future. One of the prior videos you saw some of the parts that we had collected last summer, so we may swap out radiator assemblies and get this back into a more presentable case. But there it is, the Fordson Industrial with the Whitehead and Kales front and rear hard rubber tires and handbrake. And wouldn't it be nice if once we get this running, we find out that the worm gear was replaced with the Whitehead and Kales road gear assembly. So that would be fantastic. And as we end this, you can see the battle-scarred drawbar cap that obviously was used and abused in its life. But here it is. Let me know what you think, and we will see you in the future. Have a great holiday season, everybody. Stay well, stay warm, and take care.